Good morning and welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me, as always. We are back to Tears of the Kingdom. Last time, we found our way up towards the 5th stage shrine. We are now going to abandon it. We could start into it right now, but realistically, I want to do a lot of other things first. We're going to start with the shrine, because I don't think I've ever done it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than a blessing. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to put that back up. I gotta actually open my feed so I can see messages. There we go. Hiya, Brainer. Well, I mean, that was yesterday, Brainer. I'm feeling fine today. How are you doing? Thank you for joining. And to be fair, I was bad enough yesterday. I could not stream or do anything. Like, I didn't even play Helldivers until like 10 p.m. I suffered, okay? I suffered a lot. Soar, you fought those speakers again? Progress was made. Oh, good. I saw you had a bit of a bonfire last night with a counter you pulled out as well. Hopefully there weren't too many leftovers. I'm always concerned about burning man-made stuff, even cardboard and ink and stuff. Not a lot of progress, but progress nonetheless. That's cool. That's cool. Over here. Like I said, you have a fucking saw and a sledgehammer. You burnt all of it. Cool. I'm always more concerned about burning processed stuff, like cardboard with ink on it when they printed pictures and things, or even wood that's meant to be in houses because it's usually treated with something. And I never know what kind of chemicals are in there. I'm always concerned about it. I don't know if you've ever tried to burn just like cardboard boxes with images printed on them. It's really weird seeing how the ink burns in different colors. Always kind of throws me off. And by kind of, I mean quite a bit. Like you've mentioned, you lived under bridges, you're not worried about it. That's fair. I mean, I'm not saying you should be worried about it. I said I'm concerned about it usually. But you know how I am. I am kind of a coward, and I have my own health issues to worry about. Not the best situation in any case. Oh. Oh, right. Yeah, the ink generally is water-based, so it's generally non-toxic. It's the wax boxes you... Whoa, I did not know you could do that. I literally, genuinely did not know that was a thing. How the fuck am I gonna get hit with a 3-minute pre-roll, then this fucking 3 minutes of ads? You got 3 minutes again on top of the 3-minute pre-roll? What the hell? I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me just... The feed might get interrupted for a second. Where is... Here we go. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. I didn't... I don't know why they doubled up like that. It's supposed to be just the 3-minute pre-roll. Then nothing for an hour. Valentino sense. Yeah. Shit does happen. I just don't like it when it happens. Like, that's not... If I could get away without running ads, I would not run ads. Unfortunately, They're buttheads. You're just talking shit to Taco Bell now? That's pretty fair, to be honest. I think that is a language it understands. Haven't had a cup of coffee in a year. No Dunkin', I will not be stopping in. I have car insurance, Shack. I gotta do this. I don't have any money, rocket money. I cannot blame you for any of these thoughts, Brainer. I'll take that. Probably you next. Give me this. I'm back from the capitalist hellscape. Well, welcome back. As always, I am sorry it happens, although I did appreciate your rather humorous commentary on the state of the ads. I'm just trying very hard not to get my butt kicked by these stupid constructs. Do that. I'll pick this up. There we go. These shrines are always incredibly difficult because they give you nothing. My kid kills everything in this game in just fucking fantastic ways. That's cool. That's cool. I am probably not so smart at killing everything in the game, but I do my best, and I have made a couple of cool little Zonai devices. My main goal in this game is just to die as little as possible, and that is very difficult to do sometimes. Did my... oh, my other thing busted. Okay. Well, hello there, Doug. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Actually, it's been a couple days now. How was the, let me tilt this mic back down. How was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Did you enjoy it more than the first one? I think you said you went to see that yesterday. You're sick? Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. There he is. And I'm doing alright. I'm better than yesterday, at least. I was telling our new member how it's kind of crappy being chronically ill. I know Brainer is well aware of that too. But, you know, I'm getting by as best I can. Hopefully not breaking everything in the process. Oh, hey. Oh. No arrows. Of course I'm not going to be able to do anything about that. I need this. Ah! Get over here. There we go. These challenges are just the worst. Sorry, Doug. I hope you heard me. How was the Five Nights at Freddy movie? You said you were going to see it with your friends, I think yesterday. Oh, there we go. Good, good. It was awesome compared to the first one. I literally screamed so loud when I heard Charlotte say, "I don't hate you, but you need to get out of my way," that some random dude had to shush me. That's fun. I do not know who Charlotte is, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know me and scary things. I would not be able to. Well, hello, nephew. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you here. For anyone unaware, nephew is my real-life nephew. And he had to change his name from the weird Oya Wanagusha. Because he lost his account name. I'm doing alright, thanks. Getting by as best I can. Charlotte is William's co-worker's daughter. That feels like the parody of Star Wars from that movie Spaceballs. Darth Helmet has his big reveal with Lone Star and he says, "Lone Star, I am your second cousin's brother's uncle's nephew's twice removed wife's husband," or something like that. I know it's not quite that big a gap, but it is funny. You're finally on winter break, so you're really good now. Awesome. When are you leaving for your snowboarding trip? Oops. Two days. Cool. In the meantime, are you doing more tune-ups on the winter machinery? Yo, we coughed in sync. That was crazy. Honestly, Doug, with how often I cough, I would be surprised if we didn't cough in sync at some point or another. In fact, we probably cough in sync more often than you realize. It's just that because of the time delay between when I see chat and when you guys hear me, we may not recognize it. So, nephew, I keep forgetting to ask, do you actually have your own snowboarding gear? Or are you going to have to rent it when you get there? You have your own stuff. Cool. I have never seen your snowboard. Does it have a cool design on it, or is it purely functional? Got my snowboard out of the landfill. Hopefully it's not busted. I mean, it's always cool that you're capable of fixing it up, but... like, damn. It's got a lightning bolt on it and clouds in a dark pigment. Neat! I was thinking about that skateboard that I gave you the other day. That Grandpa and Grandma got me some time ago. The one with that tiger head on it. Well, that's where it is. Not because I wanted it for anything, I was just thinking about it. Was it a lion? I thought it was a tiger. Either way. It was unfortunate that Grandpa and Grandma got me things for presents that they thought I would be interested in, and then I was never any good at them. Like, they got me that skateboard, but I was never good at skateboarding. I preferred the rollerblading. And, they got me a guitar, but I never had any real interest in playing musical instruments. So it's still sitting here, just not going to use at all. And I feel bad about that. I've tried every once in a while, but I just don't... I'm not musically inclined. Ooh, finally a cannon. I'll deal with it later. Actually, I might get a couple more here. So what's the plan for today, nephew? You doing anything interesting? You didn't mention if you had more devices to tune up to earn some extra cash? No, I do not do any of the holidays, Doug. In fact, I am going to try, and this is a big emphasis on try, but I'm going to try and do a like a marathon stream for as long as I can on the 25th, but it's going to be a mental health marathon, wherein we do not mention anything about Christmas, because for a lot of people it's a lonely time of year, and they don't want to think about it, or they don't want to deal with it, so it's just going to be another day, and if people need a place to go, they can show up here. That's the extent of it. And I have no idea how well that'll go, but I'm gonna try. I got 2 more snowblowers, which won't take long, and then I really, really want to connect my subs. They are so close to being done, and then nothing. Cool. So did you have to actually build that custom console you were talking about? Because I think last time we talked about your car, you said that the speakers were too big to fit in, and you had to create your own box for them. And I would not mind a Sprite Cranberry, Doug. Thank you for offering. Actually, that kind of reminds me of this thing that we saw, or that I saw on YouTube, about how when they were trying to regulate the creation of drinks and things for sale, they were talking about needing to disclose sugar, and the cranberry juice manufacturers were like, if you make us disclose how much is in these cranberry drinks, how much sugar is in these cranberry drinks, just to get them palatable, nobody would be able to drink them. Hey, Cheeky, how you doing? Fancy meeting you here. I appreciate you coming in. So the old sub box I found, if I buy it, on its side, it barely fits, so I haven't built the new one, because the trailer is in the garage, but once it's out, I'm going to buy the sub in a new built box. Oh, okay, cool. Sounds like you've got a good plan for it. This one. Where is... There it is. Uh-oh. No. There, gimme. Sorry, just trying not to die here. Real quick. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I don't want to bust that. Put not buy. Oh, okay, you're gonna put the sub in a new built box. Nice. And Cheeky says, I'm doing well. I see that we're still on the grind to complete this game. Yep. Although it's less of a grind and more of an enjoyable experience now, since I'm not... Oops, that's the wrong one. I'm not in any particular hurry to finish it. I'm actually taking time and, like, doing all of the shrines and getting things that I want to get, which is nice, because the way I've been playing it up till now is if I die, I reset. And I'd really like to finish it at some point. There we go. You are correct, Doug. This is the armor from Phantom Hourglass. Good eye. What do we have here? Zonite powered Captain Spear 3. Flux core pulverizer. We'll do this one. Destroy. Actually, we'll do this one. Because I just need it for a second. You are good at this. I like that on the back of it. Oh, I have to do this one. You can even see the symbol glowing in the dark still. It's one of the very few armor sets that doesn't just suck straight from the beginning, and this game is so difficult that it's very necessary. Oh, cheeky. Before I was streaming, I did that for an awful lot of single-player games, where I felt, regardless of if they were single-player or multiplayer that I was playing as a solo person, I felt like it was cheating to just be able to respawn unlimited times. So what I do is, as I said, I just treat it as though if I died on my own, there was no one there to save me. And so I'd have to just restart because the character itself was dead. I never tried to do things in hardcore mode usually because I just wanted the challenge of not dying, not the challenge of suffering through every aspect of it. That was also the way that I did my playthroughs of Raft, which is why I didn't finish that until I started streaming as well. It's just that... Oh, and even Subnautica too, for that matter. It's not tremendously fun, but it extends the life of a game. Because when you don't have a ton of money to spend, you gotta find ways to get your enjoyment out of them. So I was looking just before I started streaming Tears of the Kingdom, and I had 490 hours in the game, and I have not beaten it even once. Same thing for Raft, though. I think I had a couple hundred hours in Raft, and I hadn't beaten that. Anyway, what are you up to today, Cheeky? I always appreciate you stopping in. I never expect to see you outside of Natstream, but I'm glad you're here. You're just chilling, playing some games. What are you playing today? Anything fun and interesting? Or new and interesting, for that matter? Oh, excuse me. I got Ashes of Creation not that long ago, but it's kind of on hold. The servers weren't ready for the influx of people that joined, so it was like playing molasses rather than a game. Also, just checking with everyone, is my voice level okay? Can you hear me over the game still? I'm a little concerned because there are points where it gets loud. I didn't need to do that. Played a little Dead by Daylight, some Outlast Trials, and Elden Ring. Your voice is beautiful. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I find it harder to feel that way since the coughing fits have started, because it's changed a little bit. It's a little deeper and a little weaker. But I try my best. Elden Ring looked cool. I would like to try that at some point. But were you playing the base game, or were you playing the DLC? because I hear the DLC is quite different, but amazing. Also, does Dead by Daylight have zombies, or is it the one where you're running from the fictional monsters? Or not running from, but like fighting the fictional monsters in an asymmetrical MOBA? This one. Oh, come on. There we go. Base game. I'd also suggest maybe not doing your if you die you reset thing. Dead by Daylight is the one where you run from evil guys and do gens to escape. I'm not sure what you mean by do gens to escape, but I do think we're on the same page about that game yet. And yes, I understand for Souls-like games, reset upon death is not a good idea. I remember seeing on YouTube there was this guy that did a marathon of all 3 Dark Souls games where it wasn't even that he couldn't die, it was if he took a hit, he'd reset the entire run. And it took him something like 6 years to do a hit list through all 3 games. I'm not doing that. That's not a thing for me. If an 18-hour speed run of a category takes 6 years to complete, I don't think I'm doing it. Okay. So it's an extract horror game, basically. I think that's what it would be classified as, right? An extract MOBA, maybe? I've seen a couple of them like that. There was one that was really interesting, or looked like it was really interesting a couple years back, where it was asymmetrical. One person played the monster, and then there were like 4 or 5 hunters on a team trying to fight it down, or trying to fight it while the monster was hunting them. And you'd get different abilities and upgrades as you successfully killed the hunters. It was a really interesting concept. I just don't know what happened with it, per se. Oop, star fragment. There we go. Actually, there was another one that was kind of interesting, too, that I saw. It was, not like Dune. Did you ever see that movie Tremors, I think it's called? Well, hello, Nat. Welcome in. How you doing? Cheeky is here. It was quite a nice surprise. I was so happy to see. I don't know if Cheeky is him or her, but I was very happy to see Cheeky. In my mind, I call Cheeky her, but I don't know if that's correct. A lovely. But yeah, so there was that movie Tremors, I think it's called, where they have the sandworms eating people in the desert town. And there's a game that's very similar to that, where it's an asymmetrical and one person, or maybe multiple people, are the sandworms. Very entertaining. I didn't play it, but I saw Smitty play it on YouTube. And I just don't have enough friends to make something like that interesting yet. I would eventually like to. Like, having an expanded group of people to play games with would be cool. It's just kind of hard getting people together. I'm doing alright, thank you, Nat. How are you doing? We could always set something up. Hopefully Power World decides to play a little more smoothly next time, too. You're okay? Are you feeling any better? I mean, I was going to ask about hubby and the kiddo after I had seen how Nat was doing, because she was in rough shape. Hubby is still quite sick. Ian is full of energy. Good, good. I mean, good about Ian, not about hubby. I hope he feels better soon. You're alive, he is. Just low energy. Also fair. Is your migraine feeling better at least? Because I remember that was hounding you at the end of the stream yesterday. Migraine has gotten better. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I'm very glad to hear that. Oh, that's right. It wants me to do this. I'm gonna do it this way, though, just for kicks and giggles, because I think that'll work a little bit better. Hero, I have a question. Do you think hubby and I are far from the end of the DLC? Well, let's see. There's still something that you haven't discovered. And once you discover that something, I feel like the rest of the game will go very quickly. Because the end result, you've already seen where the like end goal is. I can't give too much away, but once you discover the something that you're missing in terms of information, the rest of it is just a little bit of thinking. I see, it's just a matter of planning. 2 more streams? If you look through enough, then 2 more streams seems reasonable. Because remember, I managed to do it in... of course that didn't work. It took me 5 episodes to beat the DLC, but I was also examining things purely based on luck. Like, I know you haven't seen my playthrough yet, but a lot of things that I did, I learned entirely in a luck-based manner, and then I just explored from there. I've said that a couple of times, but it is true. So with you guys actually learning and figuring things out, I think it's pretty possible 2 more streams will be enough. And that's the best answer I can really give in that regard. I'm sorry if that's not as helpful as you'd like. I just don't want to spoil things for you. Fine. I'll say screw it. I'm just going to do this the easy way. I think you will be very surprised once you learn the thing that you're missing. And I think it will make it very enjoyable for you, because you'll have a lot more to explore. The weekly schedule is wondering if next Saturday will still be Outer Wilds. I think next Saturday is still a good possibility for being Outer Wilds. I think very realistically it is. Now, would you still have it on Tuesday after? That's less likely. I'd say there's maybe like a 30% chance of that. But I do think you have at least 2 more streams out of it. What are you thinking for your Thursday stream? Are you going to be doing more Splatoon, or are you still worn out from that? Back to Palia? Cool, cool. I saw you were playing it a little bit offline yesterday or the day before, because it shows how long ago you were playing a game, right? You don't think you can Splatoon? That's fair. I mean, you do what you gotta do, right? There are times where games that you liked is just kind of... The golden age of Nat Splatoon is over. Very fair. Very fair. Where is this tower? I see one over there. I was just not having fun after the 1 hour mark. That's reasonable. I mean... There's always the possibility, I'm not suggesting you do this, there's just the possibility of, if you enjoy it for an hour, you play it for an hour and then switch. I find that although I'm not streaming it, I do the same thing with Helldivers. I like playing with my friends, but I do get tired of the game relatively quickly. So I'll play for a full operation, and then I need to go lay down, or I need to take a break, whatever the case is, right? If you're not having fun, you can't be entertaining. I think I might take on a similar stance in the future, because at the end of the day, you do enjoy Splatoon. That's fair. That's very fair. This is not the one that I wanted to head to, but oh well. It'll do. Gonna make myself a little bit warmer. And I guess I'll take this one. There we go. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with splitting your stream. The only pain in the butt is probably that you might have to stop briefly in between to change the game focus, whatever it is. Also, you say if you're not having fun, you can't be entertaining, but that's not what I hear about your attempts at Five Nights at Freddy's. I hear you were not having a lot of fun with that because you were busy being so scared, and yet people seem to enjoy it from what I'm told. Actually, speaking of, Doug just came back from the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie last night. Apparently she had a lot of fun with that. I think it was last night. I don't really understand the references that she made, but... yeah, second movie's out already, apparently. I had another friend the other day that actually went to see it. I guess like last week? Maybe the week before? Oh, I wouldn't either. But apparently she says the second one was a lot better than the first. So, I mean, I'm glad for her. I'm happy it was enjoyable. What was the last movie I saw? You know, I think the last movie that I actually saw in theaters... oh, so you want to have a small rant about the Outer Wilds DLC? Go for it. I will not be mad at you. Please, do continue. I was looking at the Steam page about it, okay. And guess what tag it has? Horror. I don't think that's horror. They're just little owl people that blow out your lantern. I don't think that's horror. I think it's scary, but it's not horror. At least not in my books. That's fair. That's fair. But it's still fun. Look, I'm just saying, it's not like supernatural horror at the very least, okay? It's not like Lorelei where we were suddenly jump scared by a ghost girl. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, Nat, once you discover the piece that you're missing from Outer Wilds, I think you will be a lot less scared by it anyway. I know that might not be comforting because you haven't discovered it yet, but I feel like that is a major portion in removing the fear from the game. I have 3 clips of me being jump scared by the damn elks just from the last stream, man. That's true. That's true. Although, I will say, aside from just doing well with it, you were also sick. And I feel like that probably had a big bearing on it. You weren't even the one in charge. Well, you had a headache, and you weren't feeling well. Okay, well, you had a migraine, and you weren't feeling well. You are low energy-ish. Does that not count as sick? Weren't you sick to give it to hubby? Because last I heard, it was Kiddo was sick, then you got sick, then hubby got sick, Kiddo picked up something else, then you got sick again, and now hubby is sick again. At least I think that was the infection timeline. You were sick with the kiddo on Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, okay. But you were better by Saturday? I thought you were still sick on Saturday. And hubby started on Friday. Gotcha. Nah, oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to say, well, you had a migraine. You're still doing great. Let's do the pants, and it's warm enough I can do this. Nat and hubby are doing very well together. You know, it's actually, I think I was saying it earlier too, but it's actually really impressive the way that you and hubby are working together. You make up for each other's shortfalls when it, in terms of the gameplay. Like, hubby is very smart, but he's very methodical, and he doesn't try and experiment beyond what the game directly tells him he can do. So without your intuition, where you were taking the breaks to play with him, you wouldn't have discovered things nearly as quickly. It is a good dynamic. It's very fun. Like I said, my playthrough was interesting because I either discovered things completely by accident or in, like, weird ways. And so I missed out on a lot of the reasoning you had to do. And the fact that you're able to cooperate and, like, have the different approaches to the same tasks makes for a really cool watching time. Like, you noticed how, even in the base game, hubby was faster with a lot of the understanding, but you still intuited a lot more. And I think that's cool. So, point being, it's enjoyable. I hope you're not stressed too much about the fact that it's scary, because you're doing wonderful. You go with the vibe. I saw a video on YouTube the other day about a lady that did vibe coding because she was buying too much on Amazon. So what she did is she wrote a program to make the buy button run away from her cursor. And that made me giggle. So she can't buy anything because it's constantly running. She can't just control herself. The vibe coding is that she has to make it run away from her. I thought it was funny. You like that? Oh, there's a beam emitter for me. Oh, didn't I get the... Yeah, I did get this as well. There is a shrine here now that I can go grab. Woohoo! How was your day overall, by the way, Nat? Oh, today you did an impulsive purchase that was not necessary for your kid? What was this impulsive purchase? I just randomly decided to buy him a small boat to go with his city building habits. That's cool. It may not be necessary, but it's fun. Because he has trains and a bunch of cars, and he's been wanting a boat too. See, back when I was a kid, we had this, not just I, but it seems like it was a core memory, that a lot of kids my age had this floor mat that was like a city, and it had roads running through it and stuff. And like little ponds and fountains and things, so you had have a place to drive your cars along, or to build buildings on top of the spots where there are buildings. I remember that being not necessary, but really fun to play with. Yeah, we have him from IKEA. He builds cities on it every day. Very cool. Very cool. Right? It's crazy how often the simple ideas like that are the best for just encouraging sandbox entertainment behavior. Where is... Is it over there? Oh, it's over there. This one. Ganondorf today? No, not today. I mean, I probably could, to be honest. As long as I'm careful with my equipment, and like go explore how to get to them, I probably could. But I'm not going to. Partially because I need to start upgrading the Fierce Deity armor. And for that I have to actually gather the Fierce Deity armor. Because I only have one piece right now. And I need a couple more. But first, I want to go do this. Because there is a fun little snowboarding challenge out here. I got them skills. Now, see, here's the thing. You've been watching me play this game for a while now. Yep. And, what you've seen is my knowledge of the map. So I know where things are, and I know how to go get things, but I don't actually do combat all that well. If you hadn't noticed, every time I get into a fight, I end up getting my butt kicked somehow, and I'm having my life saved by fairies pretty often. So it's not exactly like I'd be able to do this easy breezy. Yes, I have. I've died 3 times already. Twice in shrines, and once when I fell off that glider in the very first episode. It is not so very easy. Plus, as soon as I start getting into combat, the world level is going to increase, and then everything is going to outpace me for damage. And I will just be getting one-shot by everything. Nice timing, nephew. What did nephew do? I didn't hear anything. Oh, dumb ways to die? Yeah, very good. Very good. Did it play for you guys? Because I didn't hear it, which is somewhat concerning, to be honest. It is playing. Good, good. I am kind of frustrated by that, because, like, I'm not hearing that "it is time" sound either. And that's kind of important for whenever somebody wants to make me sing, for whatever reason. I guess you didn't hear my "do it" either then. I did not. I'm not sure why I'm not hearing them either. It might be because I uninstalled Stream Elements and I'm running the base OBS again. I might not be hearing them. So I might have to reinstall that, but I'm hoping it won't glitch out like last time. Has stream been running better with normal OBS? I think so. But by the same token, I switched it back to CPU encoding, and I'm just running the actual gameplay off of the Switch, not my computer at the same time. So I'm not sure what to do about that. I just don't know what's going on. Oh no, another one of these. I have avoided most of these, so I don't even know what this is going to be. Twitch just clearly doesn't like me. I mean, sometimes I feel that way. Sometimes I feel that way. Although, whoa, hey, what the heck? Having said that, there is this thing that Bobby Lee does. It was a skit from Saturday Night Live where he was a North Korean scientist or something, and they're trying to do an inspection of the lab to show the superiority of North Korea, and he's doing all these weird things, and the supervisor's like, "Stop that! You do not do that normally!" And Bobby Lee just looks at him and he goes, "Sometimes I do." And it gives me the giggles. Because that was just a running gag for it. Sometimes I do. Dumb ways to die again? I mean, it's there for a reason. It is there for a reason. I'm pretty sure that was the first sound effect I put in. Oh, you jerks. Get out of here. Back off. Go away. There we go. That's almost broken. Let's try this one. And then I'll fuse one of these, because this would be helpful. There we go. Sorry, I have to focus a little bit. These combat shrines are very difficult for me. Like I said, because of the if I die, I reset rule I usually impose upon myself. I'm just not good at them. I haven't practiced them. I tend to avoid them. Good, good. That's another one down. Do. Another one bites the dust. Do. Another one bites the dust. Ah, okay, one sec. I gotta get rid of that bot. I don't know how it made it through the spam filter. There we go. Not you, hubby. I like having you here. Also, welcome in. How you doing? I hear you're still not feeling great. But I hope you feel better soon. Oh, no! You're just a poor hubby. You get no sympathy. Yeah, that's why I'm not doing these combat shrines that way. I told you, as soon as I start fighting, it will become apparent I'm not actually good at the game. I just know where stuff is. And the only reason I know where stuff is because I've been trying real hard to not be bad at the game. I am not Noob Hero, but I am not any better than most other people. I just have the knowledge, yes. Hubby is correct. I get the knowledge. Damn it. Ow. Screw off. Go away. Come on. Give me this. And I'll beat you with this. I will beat you with a giant spike on a sword. Or what was it? Wasn't there a, who's the guy that does Mace Windu on Star Wars? Whoop. Get out of here, you butt. The black guy. Not Mace Windu. No, that's a different guy. Isn't it? No, same guy. Samuel L. Jackson, yeah. He did that one movie, where it's like, it's not snakes on a plane. I think he said, I'm gonna beat this mofo with another mofo. Or something like that. L stands for motherfucker. Yeah, seems like sometimes. That's always the role that he gets. But he does play it very well, so can't fault him for it. I'm actually... Oh, hold on. Get out of here. I'm a bit sad that... Ooh, I forgot I had that. My bad. No Brainer isn't here, because he is a big Star Wars nerd. He probably would have appreciated the Mace Windu reference. Or I guess Samuel L. Jackson in general. But he probably had to go off and do his own stuff. What even is down here? I don't really want to go through. I feel like that would be a bad idea. Hooray! I did it. Hero picked up a bomb. Hero's about to commit a war crime. Didn't you know, hubby? Canadians are known for our war crimes. The Geneva Conventions were written specifically for us because we don't take them as conventions. They're suggestions. God, that's not even an original bit for me. I took it from some like D&D routine, like a group on YouTube that posts shorts every once in a while. But, I don't know if it was against Moose. No, it was against people. I understand what you mean now. But apparently, just for example, for the seriousness of this situation, in like World War I or World War II, when Canadians went into battle, they apparently started every morning hucking over rations into the German trenches that they were up against. And after a couple of mornings of doing that, when all the Germans were gathering around for the treats they were throwing in, they swapped them out for grenades instead. And just, like, wiped out the entire German platoon that they had just been gathering the trust of. So, like, Canadians are very vicious in battle, apparently. But having said that, there is a D&D group that posts shorts on YouTube sometimes. And among the funny things that they've said, or that they've done, is one guy got haunted by the ghost of the last thing he killed, which happened to be a clown that he punched to death by accident with one strike. And so the clown comes back to haunt him with this stupid voice, and what was it? The scenario was something like the clown was giving its best war cry, and so he misheard it as war crimes, and so he's breaking into conversation topics like Geneva Convention. You mean Geneva Suggestions? I'm not wanted in 8 countries, I'm wanted in all the countries. And just funny things like that. Or they come across a giant eldritch god in space, and they're like, how many tickles does it take to make a squid laugh? 10 tickles! Yeah, it's pretty funny. I liked it. I enjoyed those quite a bit. So anytime the opportunity arises, I like quoting the Geneva Suggestions instead of Geneva Conventions. Nobody understands the reference, but I get it, and I like it. And just like with my puns, I tell them because I enjoy them, and your suffering is delicious. What do you mean I'm funny when I use the voice? I'm funny all the time. You're mean. I'm getting bullied by my nephew. It's not cool, man. Excuse me. It's the thing about conventions. They're essentially non-binding conveniences. That's fair. That's very fair. Actually, how long have I been streaming for today? It's not giving me a timer for how long I've been streaming today, which is kind of lame. At least not on my phone. But I've been spending a lot of time doing shrines. Oh! Oopsie. An hour and 3? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as we're done with this shrine... Actually, I'm not sure if this is number 7. I have to do one more shrine to get 2 more hearts. And then I want to get that last tower, and then we'll go into the depths for a little while. Oh no, I want to get the rest of my Fierce Deity armor first. I'm just thinking about what I want to accomplish today. Because I'm accidentally letting these become, like, 3-hour-long episodes. Which is good, because lasting for 3 hours with my throat and cough is rare. But I still want to make them reasonably interesting to enjoy. And, you know, not have Nat and hubby need to go to sleep before I'm done streaming, because I like it when they're here too. A surprising number of my viewers are... A surprising number of my friends are from Europe. And I want to make sure I'm playing like when they're around as often as possible. Just because I think it's nice having friends here. I am a simple guy like that. I have friends, I like to spend time with them. So which number is this? 7? Yeah, this is number 7. I think just one more should be good. I don't know if you ever noticed this, Nat, because you said you didn't spend much time in the depths. I wanted to show you this as well. But some of the tips that show up on the loading screens are things like... ooh, it's Nadra. Are things like there may be similarities in the depths to the surface. And what they don't tell you about that is that there are exact mirrors in the depths. So like mountain ranges become valleys, and where the goddess statues are, where the bargainer statues are, and more importantly, all of the light roots are where the ground-based shrines are. So if you find the light roots down here, you know where the above-ground shrines are on the map, so you can find them easier. Which I've got a good chunk of the map discovered, but I still need to do more of it. Do I have any of these left? This one. I can go do this one. But it makes it much easier for tracking them down, because in Breath of the Wild we didn't have something like that. You were just kind of at the mercy of trying to find wherever you could see them. And since you couldn't fly at the time, unless you wind bombed, it was more difficult. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad you figured it out, but I'm throwing that out there because I know you got a little burned out of Tears of the Kingdom, and you haven't beaten it yet either, unless you went and did it between the last couple days. But I would like you to also enjoy it and like understand a little bit more, especially if you've been dodging the depths. Simply because I think it is fun to do that. I like to share these experiences with friends. And then again, we'll make you reverse time. Wind bombing was my favorite way to move? Yes. As soon as I learned the trick to getting it consistent, it is very fun. Just the hard part is when you're learning, because there's no real indication of how to do it. You need someone to like walk you through the process at first. And I thought that I could very easily just skip over it if I tried hard enough. Turns out, no. Aligning yourself to those cardinal and intercardinal directions is the key. But it took me probably like 5 hours of practice to get it consistent. I haven't even had to do it in a while. I don't know if I'd be able to do it easily now. But I'll tell you the hardest one for me, the hardest fun thing to do that's technically a glitch, is glitching through the Trials of the Sword in the DLC, because it's really entertaining once you figure it out. Because the Trials of the Sword are insanely difficult, and I like benefiting from endgame content early. You want the most use out of it. So, like, bashing yourself out of bounds with a box, and then walking around to get to specific places to clip back into bounds is entertaining. Actually, there is one video I still left a comment on thanking her for showing me how to do it. Or for, like, putting a tutorial video up for it. Because there's this one very specific spot where you have to build an ice block to push you back in bounds in a very frustrating manner. And I spent, I don't know how many hours practicing to get that right. I probably could have just done the Trials of the Sword the normal way, faster than I ended up doing it by clipping through. But it's fun to learn. It is. And when you get it good, like when you're really nailing it, you can do the entire game with, or you can do the Master Sword and the Trials of the Sword for a paltry 3 hearts. And then you have a really good weapon that won't break for the next rest of the game. Which is just entertaining to me, to be honest. I like being overpowered, especially when it's a difficult process to accomplish. Because I feel like if you're learning a glitch that hard, it's worthwhile. I don't like using glitches on my playthroughs, but if I'm doing a second playthrough, then I usually do them. I very much felt the same way. And I try and do that as often as possible. That's why even for this run, when I'm on stream, I'm not doing glitches. Aside from yesterday where I tried to show someone a glitch, but even if I'd succeeded, I wasn't going to use that stuff. But I'm with you on that. I don't like using glitches usually. Just there is some things that are fun, or the other one that I don't mind doing is, for example, arrows in Breath of the Wild were really hard to come by, but more than anything, they were just an annoyance. Because you could purchase infinite arrows, but it would require buying from the shop, going to the other end of the map, which is a load screen. Then you have to spend the night, which is a load screen. Then you have to go back over there, which is a load screen. Then you have to buy it and repeat. And it's not like it's difficult to do that. It's just a huge time sink and time waste accomplishing that. And so for that reason, I don't mind using the arrow duplication glitch rather than going through all of those boring load screens for like 3 hours. Because that's a quality of life issue. That's not a gameplay issue in my view. Because if you've just made it annoying to do rather than difficult or worthwhile, I don't have a problem cheating that. And I think that's fair, to be honest. Because you still get infinite arrows if you are willing to sit through those loading screens. You do have to buy them, but that's not a problem. I don't know. Maybe it's silly, but that's how I feel on the subject. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they're fun. But mainly I find them fun when they're very difficult to pull off and rewarding to accomplish. So for example, yesterday I was doing Outer Wilds runs, and I was trying to do the speedrun glitch, or speedrun technique, where you start a brand new game and you get onto the launch platform without the launch codes on your very first run. I failed every time because I wasn't landing in the right spot, but it was interesting trying it. What you essentially have to do is use the first geyser that you see on its second eruption after the game begins to shoot you really high in the air, but it shoots you so high in the air that if you're not landing on the railing on the launch platform, you die. So it's like super technical, and accomplishing it is very satisfying. I like when it feels satisfying because I pulled off something stupid hard. I still actually have a book of cheat codes from the old, like, PS1 era stuff. think I still have it anyway. So if I ever play the original Spyro the Dragon on stream, I will, I'll be using some of the fun ones to, like, change his color or give him a giant head, that sort of thing. Something stupid hard for 1 second time game? Oh, hell yeah. Although, having said that, the reason I was trying to do it was because of a conversation that Waylord and I were having in DMs the other day. After hubby beat the base game, and we were talking about what was going on in the game itself, I thought that the time loop started because something went wrong. It turns out the time loop started because the Eye of the Universe was found. But the proof of that is in Giant's Deep at the tracking module where it shows the number of loops attempted. I was trying to get there before the statue activated to see if it still showed that the eye had been found or not. But that's the only real way you could do that, is either that or like installing a mod for it instead. And in the end, I couldn't accomplish it, so I gave up on that yesterday. I might try it again eventually. The setup for it is really freaking precise. So I've gotten to the point where I'm landing on the platform, but then I'm just dying, and that's lame. It takes like 45 seconds to a minute every time that you die because of the game over cutscene. And you get sick of seeing that every once in a while. Actually, who was it I was talking to the other day? Someone recommended I try the Dark Souls games. I don't remember who it was. And I feel like that might be interesting, but I also feel like I might just get my butt kicked. Because from what I hear, Dark Souls are not an easy type of thing to do. But I think I've seen them come on sale for like $3 to $5, so it wouldn't be the worst to pick up. I mean, worst case scenario, I just drop the series again if it's like too scary or too supernatural or whatever. I'll get my ass kicked left, right, and center, and I'll learn to enjoy it. Well, thank you, hubby. That's good news. That's good information to have. I don't doubt that. You've seen how bad I am playing this game too. I mean, I'm not bad at the game itself, but I'm not good at the combat by any means. Now, this is actually something that I wanted to show you guys, because I think this is a pretty neat little device I created for breaking rocks. It requires a cannon, a steering stick, a big wheel, and do I have a spike? Oh, I don't have a stake. Damn. Okay, we're actually going to get rid of that. I need to go somewhere else first. Right over here. I should come and we should stream Wii Golf. You know, if my mic wasn't awful, and if I wasn't so disabled, that would be a good idea. Actually, Ice Cat Brad keeps bugging me. He wants to play Mario Party 3 on stream as well. But unfortunately, I have the one mic, and it's not very good quality. As you can tell by the fact that you can barely hear me most of the times. And on top of that, unfortunately, I'm just not in good physical condition. I mean, nephew knows that pretty well. I can't even sit here and talk without breaking into coughing fits. So, trying to play Wii Golf where I have to stand up is not, probably not going to end well. That's all I can really say about that. Fun as it would be. more fun as I would hope it was. There are many things I wish I could do with Nephew that I just am not capable of. Like, I wanted to go to anime conventions with him, now that he's, you know, old enough to be into anime. And that's not gonna happen, because I don't have the energy. Or, you know, I'd love to have been able to go snowboarding with him, or do things of that nature. Play Wii Sports. Unfortunately, I'm like, hey, I took 3 steps and now I'm dying. Oh, wow. I don't remember that being there. Very impressive, hero. I'm sorry. I know I'm not well. I'm doing my best, I promise. Cheeky, your sarcasm, it burns! It burns! There we go. Okay, now I will show you my cool device. It's not really all that interesting, but I think it was a good idea. Because when you use a cannon piece, it usually does one of 2 things. Either it fires straight ahead constantly, or if you put it on a shield or something, it will break your shield when it runs out of energy. So it's really hard to aim it to be functional. Because it's generally just a stationary object. You can use Zonai construct heads, which will make it aim towards something and then fire. But, as you might imagine, that's not going to help when you're aiming for rocks. So, I came up with this silly little device the other day, which was surprisingly helpful. I need these. Gimme... There we go. I just need to get back down here so I can build it. Let's go to there. That's nothing, that's just lowlands. Okay. So, like I said, the devices that you actually need are 1 stake, a steering stick, and a big wheel, and the cannon. Oh, that's too many. Uh-oh. Oh well. I had surplus, we're okay. So, you take your stick and you stick it in the ground. You take your steering stick and you attach it. You take your big wheel and you slap it on top. And then you put the cannon on. And what you end up with, when you activate your control, is a little aimable cannon. So you can turn it. And I think that's hilarious and very functional. Oh. You were not supposed to fall off of there. That should do. Why are you not staying? Hold on. I don't know why it's not working today. What in the heck is going on? Yeah, it usually works better. I don't know why it's not doing that today. For some reason, the steering stick is breaking off every time that I'm trying to use it, and it's being super annoying. It was not doing that last time. So we're going to make a small adjustment here. first put on some better armor to protect me. Because if this blows up in my face, I'm not going to be happy. And instead, we're going to go up top. And I think that'll work. Oh. See what I mean? This should... I don't know why it's doing this today and throwing me off. Every time I pick it up, it should be just fine to use. Huh. Oh well. As soon as I aim it properly, it'll be fine. It's just not working yet. I'm sorry. This was supposed to be a lot funner. It's just not doing what I wanted to. There we go. It's genius when it works, and if it doesn't, then I look like an idiot. Same difference. It's not that different. Not that different from usual. For goodness sakes. Okay, my device needs a little work, but the concept is there, okay? The concept is there. It's a work in progress. That's all I'm saying. It's a work in progress. I'm trying. Don't hero me like a sad mother. Don't be disappointed. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I only built this once. It was a quick build, and it worked that time, and now it's not working as well as I'd like. There, see? Now it's aimed the right direction, and I've got my stuff going, and it's fine. Everything good now. I don't have to stop and adjust it every single time. It was tight quarters, okay? It took a second to set up. Oh. It might be a little dangerous. Just a tad. Oh. It was going so well. It's still going well. Just, you know, slightly less well than expected. Ow. Okay, excuse me while I deal with this. There we go. Oh, why didn't you work? Oh, because I touched you to the wrong thing. Okay, we're good. We're good. Still good. Uh-oh. Slightly less good. Still okay. Still okay. That's throwing my own jabs back at me with until it didn't. You know what's going on until you, or you don't know what's going on until you do, and it works until it didn't. Uh-oh. Just It's kind of working still. It's kind of working. It's okay. I have lots of food. That's why I got it all. We're good. Don't mind Link. He's just dancing. He's not eating to heal himself. Just dancing. I can boogie like that. Sure I can. Also, in my defense, I didn't have the Hall Effect controller last time, so it's a little more difficult to deal with. Things are not moving in the same directions. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. There, good enough. We made it. We made it through. It's got some kinks to work out. I'm trying. At least I didn't need to use a fairy. That's good enough for me. I didn't take so much damage that I would have died. Oh, right. I gotta open this first. Hooray! And with this tower, the overworld map should finally be complete. You just realized Thursday is Christmas Day. Okay. Does it... Christmas Day is the 25th, right? Okay. Well, just like I was telling Doug earlier, because I don't do any Christmas things, on the 25th, it will be as much of a marathon as I can manage, but it will be a marathon mental health day stream. So it's going to be me playing games like it's any other day, and if people are struggling around the holidays because they're lonely or they don't have good memories about them, my stream will be there, and we don't have to talk about nothing. I expect no gifts. I am not doing it to get holidays greetings or anything of the sort. It is purely another day. And I don't know if anybody will actually show up or if that will be successful or appreciated, especially with how poor my health is, but I'm gonna try. Yeah! Oh, hey, Hestu. How many Korok seeds do I have? 6? It's hilarious because in this evil kind of armor, or this dark armor, everything gets scared when you run up to it the first time until they know it's you. So they react in fear. Same thing with this guy, I think. Yep. And the Yiga armor acts the same way. I think it's entertaining. They put in the fear reactions to the evil armors. What do we got here? Swing to hit. What the heck is this now? Oh, I got you. Okay. I'm not going to do the shrine the right way, even though I figured it out now. But I did learn. So we're going to bring this over here. And then we'll bring you up. Hooray! Impacto! And then I would guess this has to go this way? I would guess. Oh. How can I do this? Obviously it needs some weight to it, so maybe this way? Whoop! Oh, okay, never mind. I figured it out. I am just a tad silly. This needs to go on top. Get in the... Over here. Good. And then this one goes over here. And now it should have enough weight to smash into the button. It took a second of thinking, but I got it. There we go. That was actually a first-time shrine for me. I don't think I've ever done that one before. There are going to be a surprising number of those as I keep doing shrines that I just don't really know what's going to be going on. I think one of these I have to get to from above. I think. Maybe both of them? Oh, we weren't even doing more shrines today. We were looking for dragon parts and getting the last piece of the dragon armor. Or the deity armor. It's not even the last piece. I need 2 pieces. I got caught up doing side quests. Ooh, is that Dinroll? That is Dinroll, I think. No, it's Light Dragon. Understandable, have a nice day. Come on, what? Come on here, what? Don't be disappointed, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to have some fun, I got distracted. Nat, Cheeky's being mean to me. I don't know how, but I'm sure she is. I'm sure Cheeky is being mean to me, that's all I'm saying. What's going on down here? Whoop. Cheeky is being cheeky. I should have expected that, to be honest. I should have expected that. Living up to the name. I suppose this is going to be the easiest way to get there. Who could have seen this coming? That's a very good point. Who indeed? That's actually a really fun joke for me. Not that I ever get to pull it off, but, you know, you say, I've heard tell that somebody here has been possessed by an owl. Who? That's the thing, we don't, and then you just look at the person. I think it's entertaining. Whoo, whoo. It might be childish, but it's fun. I like that sweating snowman emote, Nat. I think it's very cute. What, bruh? It's not even original. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at whoever came up with that first. Oh, that didn't work. I was supposed to. Okay. These are very meat. That's true. That's true. I don't know who made that one for you, or where you got the snowman one, Nat, but I really like it. It's cute. I don't even know where you find these emotes. To be honest, they're, how to use the emote system here is beyond my knowledge. I don't know how to search for them. The snowman one is Twitch limited. Oh, like you had to be here for a certain time in order to get it? Or at a certain time? I think from hype trains during Christmas some years ago. I don't even understand the hype trains, to be honest. Like, is it when people are donating or subbing enough that a hype train starts? And then you just get rewards because that hype train happened? I don't... There's a lot of things about Twitch I just don't understand. I should. Eventually I might, but I don't yet. You just need people to sub and give bits together at the same time. Oh, okay, cool. And people that participate can get emotes out of it. Oh, so they get them even if they go into it. See you later, nephew. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good day. Feel free to swing by and hang out if you want. Just give me some heads up. Pretty much it's basically just a cash grab for an emote. Fair enough. Oops, I went into a shrine again. I didn't mean to. Oh well, we're already in here. We'll do it. Oh yeah. This one's fun. I like to cheat this one. This one's easy. Precise strike? No. Oops. You mean time freeze. Precise strike? You mean time freeze. Nope. A little bit more back. A little bit more back. Get in. Get in. Dang it. Well, it was supposed to be fun. I failed. That usually works. It just didn't roll in the right way this time. But it usually works. There, see, it's still running. Kind of. Don't knock me off, please. It's circling. It's kind of circling. You gonna go in? It's not gonna do anything, is it? Okay, we're calling it back. There. Hopefully, it'll cycle around properly this time. There. Now that worked. Now I can just stop it. Hooray! I managed, okay? I did it. Nothing happened. It went in first try. First try. Sorry, I missed stuff. Net says, yeah, and it usually hypes people to participate, helps the streamer a bit. Fair enough. I keep seeing some of these, like, promotional things for discounts on batch subs, and I still don't understand why the batch sub is for, like, 5 at a time. Why couldn't you just give people the opportunity to do 1 sub and give them the discount that way? Like, why does it have to be huge clumps like that? I don't know. I'm not gonna go down that way. The last piece is... Oh, I haven't done the shrine yet. Let's maybe go do this first. Because Amazon wants more money, obviously. That's fair. That's fair. I can understand them wanting that. Not great for the consumer, but good for them. Although, from what I understand, when they do that, they give up their portion of the earnings from those subs. They cover it. So I just don't know why exactly they can't do it in one-off amounts. It seems silly. Or for that matter, why it's time limited so you can activate them whenever you want. Like, it was an interesting thing. You were not supposed to smack me in the face. Thank you very much. Again! I'm not doing good with keeping things from hitting myself. I blame hubby. I'm not sure how it's his fault, but I'm blaming him anyway. Entirely his fault. How dare he? Happy to take one for the team. Dang it, hubby. Quit being so amicable. It's always hubby's fault. Not you, Nat. How are you feeling, by the way, hubby? I know Nat said you're still not feeling great. I'm your wife, man. Should be just me. I told you, Nat, you'll never understand our love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. By the way, for either of you, you said you tried the eggnog at the German markets, but how long do German markets last? Is it purely a seasonal thing? Hubby says, still recovering, but a bit better than yesterday, so yay. That's fair. Incremental recovery is still recovery. I need to go into the depths at some point today. I'm running out of zonite, which is not great. It starts end of November until end of December, so just like a month-long festival type thing. This way. Cool. I remember when I went to Portugal with my parents, one of the interesting things was that in all the small towns, because there's just like a billion small towns, they'd have festivals that they would call Festa. And just for no reason or for every reason, there would be one. So every day, basically, you could go to some little surrounding town and there would be a party going on. It was pretty cool. I don't know if it's the same in Brazil, but some little local band usually was performing. They'd have stalls set up for food, and if not, there would be cafes lining the street anyway, because that was a very common side business, is just cafes everywhere. Most people would run a cafe out of the bottom of their house. Well, this wasn't just Christmas time. This was like middle of summer. But Brazil seems to be known for its parties, right? So I'm not surprised about that either. Where is... Is it up here? Yeah, here we go. I think. Then that is a whole different beast. That's fair. That's fair. Did you ever go to, I think it's called Carnival in Brazil? I hear that's like the big party. Because up north there's a very big festival and that's very fun. So I hear. So I hear. Carnival is in February. Okay. I don't really know anything about it except that it's a big kind of... It is the party that's known of worldwide. I've never been to the huge parades, only the street ones. That's fair. The little local ones are the most fun, because when there's too many people around, it becomes overwhelming, I find. Like, up in Canada, we have this thing called the Stampede, the Calgary Stampede. and it's known as the greatest outdoor show on Earth or something. And you go once and you're like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to do this again. There's too many people. But I honestly don't like too many people squished together, so I usually avoided it. Yeah, same thing. Exactly the same thing. Too stinking many people. Where is this entrance? Was just a lot of booze, which I don't drink. Drunk people, guys being horny. I can imagine. Yep. Uninhibited guys being guys. I can imagine how that would not be fun for you. That certainly wouldn't be fun for me either. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here. In Brazil, there are a lot of babies born 9 months after carnival. I can imagine. Yep. Hubby's a big, strong, strapping martial arts practitioner. I'm sure he'd do all right. Hubby would not set foot in a street party like this. That's fair. That's fair. You and I, having experienced events like that, also know we wouldn't want to either, so... Hubby is wise, yes. Hubby is clever. I don't know if you heard us talking earlier, Hubby. We were also discussing how it was a good thing you and Nat are playing Outer Wilds together, because you make a good dynamic duo. There were a lot of things Nat discovered just by playing around that helped out while you were playing otherwise. Now, do I have any Nadra scales? I don't think I do. Oh, I have one. Oh, awesome. I can do the first level for all of the armor. And I think second level for one of them. Nat's on fire. Nat's on fire! I'm curious what the description for that emote is, Nat. Like, I know you made it yourself, but what did you make the code to bring it up as? Everything is fine, I'm betting? Okay, I was right. This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding around me. Don't want to do that. I'll go over here. I get you now. That makes sense. Wow. Oh. Wooden shield. Get rid of sword. That's fine. Okay. No longer am I at risk of getting struck by lightning. So... Hi there, Kesa. Enhance away. The Great Fairies always make me giggle in this game because I've made the comment before, their sexual innuendos for the blessings get progressively stronger until the level 4 upgrade is just straight up death by snoo snoo. Like, they pick you up and they squeeze you tight and then they suck you into the fountain before dropping you back exhausted on the shore. I'm pretty sure it's just straight up death by snoo snoo. Which is probably my favorite meme from Futurama anyway. Death by snoo snoo! Yay! Oh! Yay! Oh! Alright, and I think I have enough for a second piece here. Enhance away. Oh, Hinox's tooth. Okay. I'm not sure what the third step is going to be either. I used to know pretty well, but I have forgotten. Finally managed to post the weekly schedule. Well, hooray! Good job, Nat. Hinox's guts. Oh, I'm gonna have to go kill the black ones for that. That's the hard part. Okay, so having upgraded our armor a little bit, we're going to drop down to... Oh, hey, there's another shrine I didn't do. Here, because I think this is where the black Hinox are. I'm going to try and crack a few of them open. Because I need their guts. And their teeth. I think I get both of them from the black Hinox. Hooray! You did good, Nat. You did good. I'm gonna wear the Fierce Deity pants because I can. And I should probably put something on the Master Sword here. Blue-white Frox Fang will do. Perfect. Oh, it's blue. Dang it. Oh well. I thought you were going to stream late today, so I was going to give up on turning on my PC, but I remembered I needed to make the schedule, which is lucky because then I saw you were live. Well, I'm glad you did. You know, I'm always happy to have you here. It is really nice when you show up. I like having you around. You and hubby both. And of course, Cheeky was a wonderful surprise. It was cool having Doug here. And nephew showing up was nice. No Brainer stopped in as he could, which was awesome. It's a lot more fun streaming when people that I know come by to hang out. I very much appreciate you all. I know I say that a lot, I get sappy a lot, but genuinely I appreciate you, and I want to make sure that you know that. Because there's nothing like going to hang out with someone and feeling like they don't give a damn about you.
Lizard.
Lizard indeed. Oh, chat pause due to scroll. There we go. No Hero, we appreciate you for streaming. Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. I hope you enjoy hanging out with me enough that you come back more often, because it is nice to have you here. I've talked about it before, but because of my health condition, I don't get to go, like, outside very often, which means I don't get to spend time with friends very often. And even more than that, I don't get to speak very often. So it's nice just being able to, you know, use my voice. It gets depressing when you don't have anyone to talk to. Sorry, I missed that. It says, Nat says, I was gonna burrito with Palia on the Steam Deck in bed. That's cool, though. I'm glad you're enjoying Palia still. It looks like it's interesting for you. It is not quite my type of game, but now that I have the thingy, the capture card, I can actually show you some of the gameplay of Not Harvest Moon. Rune Factory. Which I think you would really like as well. But unfortunately, you can't romance everyone at the same time. You have to pick one wife, I'm sorry. Or depending on the game, a husband. But, I never go that route. Unacceptable. I want you to know, if my throat wasn't so sore, I absolutely would have done that in the lemon grab voice. But I cannot get that throat squeak. Not anymore. I used to be able to. Unacceptable! It's just fun, because, you know, you get to increase your skills, you do your own forging, you do the dungeon exploring, you raise your animals, you farm your stuff, you upgrade your house. I like it. It is enjoyable for me. I am not going to make this. I need to change my armor right now. Oh, that's lava. It's okay. I think the lava armor piece I have will let me survive one. How boring. Oh no, lava! I wouldn't even care because I lava the new environments, but getting set on fire is not always a fun experience. There we go. Hero. Oh, like you didn't expect another pun. Let's be honest here. You expected that. And if you didn't expect it, that's not on me. That's your fault. Just to be clear, I never expected. Well, that's hardly my fault then. That's all I'm saying. I want to make it known that underground lava was one of my parents. In fact, it was the feminine of the two. That's why I call it magma. I'm funny. Oh, hero, yes. I like making people suffer rather than laughing at my jokes alone. Okay, I think I'm going up towards where Nadra usually sits, so that's good. I gotta get her flying around somewhere. Is that it? No, it's a giant ice talus, maybe? Yeah, that looks right. Ice talus. So we'll mark you with... Why do I have so many pins out? Mineral. Oh, nope, don't attack me. You don't see me. I was never here. I think I have to go up more. If I'm lucky, I'm right. I might also just hit the roof, and I'm not sure. Looks like I'm gonna hit the roof. Okay. So then how the heck do I get through? Whee! Do I have to go down? down? I might have to go down. Since I'm exploring the depths a little bit here, I'm going to do the best thing I can to see, which is to throw, and I don't know if Nat's seen this yet, because she hasn't been around for a lot of the underground stuff, but this is a trick you can do when you're exploring with Zonai devices, Nat, is you take your giant blossom, your giant bright bloom seed, and you can throw it onto your device. And then you have a nice mobile light source. And it helps you get around at times like this. Well, there it is. Down we go. Oh, that's not a way through. That's unfortunate. Oh, maybe that is. We'll see. That's not a way through. What's this way then? Nothing. Okay, so this was a dead end, unfortunately enough. I know you don't like the dark, but that's why I'm showing you this, is you get this nice bright bloom seed, and then you can see how far out it lights things up. It also makes things a little more interesting because you can actually see what's going on now. I'm not just blindly flying through a black screen. Honestly, if I came in at that point, I would wonder if the capture card had stopped working. I am really excited to start with some of the older games, though. I really want to play Blazing Dragons for you guys, because it is so random. It's hard to describe, but it's fun. It was based on a cartoon show from, like, either the 90s or the early 2000s that I watched when I was a kid. It's Arthurian times, but instead of King Arthur, you've got dragons that have their own kingdom, and they're four-legged dragons, they're quadrupedal dragons, that also are shaped vaguely like centaurs, so they have their top halves that are like upright humanoid with two arms as well. And the Jester, who you play as the main character, his name is Flicker, and he's trying to get the love of his life's attention. She's the princess. Her name is Flame. So, of course, in good comedic fashion, it's Flicker and Flame. And, of course, the knights are all useless, so you're doing your best to resolve the problems that they can't. It's really entertaining. I actually really like the harmonious names, and we don't do that often enough in the West. Like with Mega Man, we call him Mega Man over here, just as an example, but in Japan, where he was created, his name is Rockman. And that's important because the female counterpart to him is Roll, so it's rock and roll. And then his nemesis, like the one that's really not his enemy, but like a main rival usually, his name is Bass. So you have rock and roll, and Bass has his sidekick Treble, and I think that's hilarious. Yeah, it's great. I enjoy those things very much, and I wish for more of them. It does sound a little silly for Rockman, but by the same token, just the fact that you can have rock and roll as a duo is very entertaining to me. Let's see. Where is the nearest light route? It should be somewhere around here. Canyon of Awakening Mine? What? I did not remember this one being here. Hey, crystallized charge. That's another section of the Zonite battery. I guess I'm gonna have to go around. Because I tried going through this way, which didn't work, but I can go that way. And there should be a light route right in there. Which, if I remember correctly, I did try and do once, and it's like this whole weird combat section. So that'll be interesting to get to eventually. But for right now, we just have to get through. Actually, the other day, I got to do something rare, which was experience the end of the lifetime of these fans. Because they don't look like they expire, but they really do. It's just that their lifetime is something like 30 minutes to an hour. So it's really hard to have any other device than the hover cycle actually burn through them. And since they're so cheap, they're usually just disposable things. Meaning you don't see it all that often. Now, where is it? I see the boss down here. I should mark him while I'm going by. And you are a treasure chest. I came down here looking for Hinox, and I'm just ending up exploring instead because I don't know where they are. I had the same issue looking for the tier 2 Frox. I'm not sure where they ended up either. So there's light, and I should actually count you as a skeleton. You're going to be a double skeleton, I guess, because I don't really have another symbol for you. Where is this light route? It should be around here somewhere. I don't think there's a hidden light anywhere. Maybe it's over here. There's one. Haha. Uh-oh. We're okay. Nothing broke. I'm good. Just gotta let this recharge. I didn't run out of power. You ran out of power. Do you have any plans for tomorrow, Nat? You doing anything fun? Or for that matter, does hubby have any more karate tournaments coming up? Not karate, taekwondo. I'm sorry, I did not mean to misspeak. For that matter, Cheeky, what do you have going on in life? I don't actually know much about you, I realize. Tomorrow you have a Christmas prep outing with hubby. That's cool. Which means hubby is probably in the same boat. So shopping and market foods, that's cool. But Cheeky, like, if you don't mind sharing, what do you do? What are your interests? Do you have any special events coming up? That sort of thing. I would like to know you better, because you also came to hang out, and I realize, aside from when we're in Nat's stream, snickering behind her back about how she and hubby are playing Outer Wilds, we haven't talked much. And I feel that should be rectified. It's mostly just gaming, I don't do much else. That's fair. And what kind of gaming do you usually do? Is it PC? Do you have consoles? Do you have a favorite game title or series? And do you like anime or like Western movies, that sort of thing? Oh, hey. Go do this real quick. Because I don't think I've done this one. Come on, hit him. Got him. I switch between PC and console, and switch. So is the Switch the console, or do you have other consoles as well? Hey, Super Spring. Because, for example, I've been collecting games and consoles since I was... Ooh, jerk. About 10 years old. Which means I have a lot of them. I have my PlayStation 1, my PS2, my PS3 and 4. I have an Xbox 360 and a Switch and an N64 and a GameCube and a Wii. I don't have a Wii U. Cheeky says I have an Xbox as the other console. That's cool. Like an Xbox Series S? I think that's what it was called. Or a 360, or just a standard Xbox? Because there are a couple, and they didn't really change the naming sense on them. Just Xbox One, okay, though I am looking to upgrade eventually. I looked into Xbox for a while, but it seems like, or at least it seemed at the time, that most of what their catalog was included just like sports games and racing games. And neither of those really appealed to me. So do you have... Are you a fan of that type of game, or is there a different type that they do really well that drew you to Xbox? Or, like, what's the deal with that? I am curious. Rather than flying all the way up there, let's go... maybe this way? Actually, I have more open spots over there. Not really, I just prefer playing on a big screen and using a controller. That's understandable. I don't really have to choose because I've got my computer hooked up to my TV screen. And I know a lot of people don't really care for that just because of the refresh rate. But, I mean, I've had this TV for like 15 years, and it has served me very well. It's a cheap TV. It's still got the RCA cables attached. Interesting story. The only reason I actually bought it is because... Sorry, one sec. There we go. The only reason I actually bought it was because I have this game series for PS2, and it's called Maneuverable. But for whatever reason, the second game that they released in the series, Maneuverable 2, it was really blurry on the TV that I was using. So I thought, oh, maybe I just need a higher resolution TV and that'll fix it. Turns out no, it's just kind of blurry naturally, which is unfortunate. Why am I even doing this? I don't need this. But I went out and invested in the TV anyway, and it served me very well since. I have been quite happy with it. Yeah, I guess either the resolution wasn't good or the font they used wasn't good, but even on the upgraded TV, because I had one of the old big blocky TVs for my old consoles, the tube TVs, that's what they're called. And you know, those are usually not bad for quality with older console games because they were designed to work with them, but for whatever reason, the text was so blurry that I couldn't figure out what was going on. I mean, it wasn't that bad. You could still see what was going on, but I was frustrated that it was blurry. I wanted to play my nice new game in nice, crisp quality. So it was very disappointing when the new TV didn't fix it. On the other hand, I've been using the TV ever since, and it's been a great purchase in that regard. Let's go over here, because this crystal needed to drop down there. At least you got a good purchase out of it. I did. It was like a, I think, $700 TV. Which wasn't super cheap for back then, but it is like 42 inches. And it lets me play everything in at least 1080. The refresh rate's been pretty good. So I've been happy with it. Funny story, my dad actually, when he saw that I had this TV and it was bigger than theirs, he had to go out and get a bigger TV. Just as some sort of weird male dominance, I don't know. But his TV that they got broke after like 6 years. It just stopped working. And yet my cheap one has been running for 15 with 0 issues. Even I didn't think it would last this long, but I mean it has, and it's been super nice. I like doing this one. This one's fun. Not the shrine, but getting the crystal down there. I think it's pretty neat that you have to dive into the whirlpool. Ooh, I kind of need that, actually. We're going to drop you. Alright, so I have just one more thing I want to do before I call it a day here. It's not particularly interesting, but I want to go break off the tier 3 grinder from this sword and put it onto that mighty zoanite sword that I just got. Actually, maybe I should repair my royal broadsword too. Yeah, that can wait till next time. Oh, hello there. We're gonna do this first. Got him. We're already here, we may as well. Okay. So we're going down to Terrytown. Did you play Breath of the Wild before you played Tears of the Kingdom, Nat? Like, did you have a save file on it already? Okay. So I don't know if you've seen some of the differences, but I learned there are some funny changes that happen depending on if you have your Breath of the Wild save file or not, and what you did with that save file. So there's the usual things, which if you beat Master Mode means there's the picture of the champions in Link's house. And you also have access to your horses. Everybody usually knows that. But there are some fun changes, like over here, Hudson and his wife remember you when you come talk to them, whereas if you don't have a save file, they don't. And a more random one that you don't recognize, or that most people wouldn't recognize, is there's a little girl running around in Kakariko Village, and if you have a Breath of the Wild save, she recognizes you. And if you don't have one, you go talk to her, and her first instinct is to say, "I'm not supposed to talk to strangers." And then she warms up to you after that, things continue on like normal. But I thought it was really cute that even in that small a circumstance, they were still like, oh yeah, random little village girl A recognizes you, so she's not scared. You're not a stranger. I'm like, that's neat. I like that. That's cool. Three, 6, 9, 12, 13 hearts. Cool. Yeah, it was sweet. I actually didn't play on the same save file the very first time I played this game. And it was that interaction in particular that made me go back and question what would happen if I'd talked to her first. And the change was pretty neat. I liked it. Okay, where are these? Marks that I left somewhere on the map. I don't know where these markers are. These ones. Oh, here they are. Can delete that one, can delete this one. And then I have a red marker somewhere out here too. Here it is. Right, because I was trying to track down the Yiga base. That's what it was. Anyway, I just thought that was an interesting little feature. It's not really like highlighted in any of the little known facts about Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I just discovered it and I think it's cool. I think it's really sweet that they put stuff like that in. I actually had something like that happen in a PlayStation 1 game called Legend of Dragoon as well. And it's something that just no one ever seems to have figured out. And eventually I'd like to play it on stream, but as a small spoiler, one of your main party members early on ends up dying, and he gets replaced with someone else. But you encounter him later on. He was so concerned about your party that he made a deal with a demon to come back and speak to you in the City of the Dead. And then after he accomplishes that, the demon tries to take over him and you have to fight him. The weird thing is, or I guess the sweet thing is, he only, while he's still in human form, he only counterattacks. He can hold himself back enough that if you just defend for 3 turns, he doesn't attack you at all. And then he gets a headache as the demon's trying to control him, so he turns his back on you and you can attack the device instead. But nobody ever seems to realize that. And it's the sweetest thing, because he's fighting so hard. He cares about the party so much that he's trying not to attack you. And I think it's cool. Nobody ever bothers trying to be loyal to their friend in that game, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you not give him a chance? Yeah. Here's one of the repair things, I think, because I don't leave those up there. I know I said that was all I was going to do for today, but I am going to repair my sword too. Just so that it's ready before the next blood moon and this thing respawns. I wish there weren't so many loading screens, but there are. I try and keep them as minimal as possible. Where is this guy? He should be over here. Here he is. This one. Drop. Well, I already showed you the panic blood moon that happened in the middle of the day. There we go. Okay, Long throw? Ugh. That's the worst upgrade. Anyway. Gonna shoot him so he pops. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. He's ready for next time. And with that, I think I will call it a day on stream. So we did a lot of good today. We finished the map like we wanted. We got a little bit more of the underground, and I think 3 or 4 more hearts. So we are making really good progress. Next time, I really do want to do more side quest stuff. I might want to keep going with the underground, because there's not a lot of light routes left. But I might also go into some of the dungeons, just to get them out of the way. But hooray, progress indeed. Thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate everyone for being here. I will likely be playing tomorrow as usual at the normal time. And I hope everyone has a good night's sleep or a good day. And I will see you next time. I didn't mean to stop that so soon. I need to press stop stream. All right. See you later.